Greetings, salutations, and good now. I'm astrologer Kevis Major, doing it major, and welcome to another Major Grand Rising. Today's the 2nd of December 2024. That takes us 10 degrees or 10 days into the Sagittarius season, and in 20 days we're going to be entering the Capricorn season. Time is really flying, but until then, let's celebrate Sagittarius. So happy birthday, happy Earth Day, happy Flight Day to all of the Sagittariuses who are celebrating, and then to all of the other signs who are transiting. I hope you have a major season. I just wanted to pop out to bring greater insight as to what is happening today. We have major astrological events that are taking place, and I just wanted to bring some awareness to them. So today we are experiencing a major fire trine. We have placements in Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and these placements bring harmonious flow of energies, opening up channels for creativity, passion, leadership, charisma, enthusiasm, a boost in confidence. It gives us the gift to be seen, heard, felt, and experienced in our full intensity. And so with this placement we have in Aries, the Node and Chiron. We need to look out for those because the nodes pull us towards our spiritual goal, which would be to be more assertive, and just freedom in general. Chiron opens up the opportunity for us to make mistakes. It asks us to heal from our traumas and kind of wear our vulnerabilities on our sleeves and not be embarrassed about them. So some uncomfortability is within this fire trine, because for you to be seen, it opens up the possibility for trauma to be exposed, for you to make mistakes, for you to be uncomfortable. And Chiron is the wounded healing. So you got to know that you're going to be wounded and you're going to have to heal, and that kind of makes you stronger. And it conjuncts your spiritual path that would make you, more resilient, stronger, more independent and assertive, more confident, Aries type energy. We have Leo in Mars, which again makes us super aggressive when it comes to attaining our goals, and it makes us quite passionate and courageous. A whole heap of confidence, yeah? And then we have the Sagittarius energy that makes us curious, adventurous, exploratory. We are thinking about travel, just dealing with foreign entities, things that are slightly out of our comfort zone or our regular that we could get used to. And we have a stellium there. So again, a whole host of confidence, assertiveness, and an influence to make bold expressions. So on a positive note, the energy fuels ambition, courage, action, making today a day of taking risks and embracing certain challenges. And on a negative note, if these energies are left unchecked, it could lead to impulsiveness, ego clashing, or just overexerting yourself that could lead into burnout. So grounding today, tomorrow is quite essential, but especially today. On another major note, we are having the stellium in Sagittarius, as I alluded to. And a stellium is when you have 3 or more energetic forces or planets in one sign, and this really intensifies or amplifies the influence. And so there's a whole heap of fire. There's a showdown in Sagittarius. The Sagittarius, is causing expansion, especially when it comes to our philosophy, freedom, our liberties, and just exploration and being able to move around and travel mentally, emotionally, and physically. And so there's a whole magnification of the energy, a desire for truth, for higher learning, and just for adventure, having a good time. Our curiosity is heightened. And so on a positive note, we are being, visionary, because we are thinking about our personal growth and just open-minded approaches to life that could help us to explore, expand, and just experience life. to the fullest, you know what I'm saying, or just more than we're experiencing now. It's just like that urge to just get up and go somewhere, you feel me? And so on a negative aspect, that could lead to, you know, restlessness, or just even overdoing or over exerting yourself, or a lack of focus, because, you know, you're missing out on minute details that are paramount to your progression, especially with the Mercury retrograde that we're experiencing right now in Sagittarius. So that's the next major keynote, is we're having a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. Now, in astrology, typically, traditionally, the Mercury retrograde is this whole big thing where communication and technology and even travel could experience some delays and disruption. And so it's just a time that we need to be a bit more detail oriented. We need to, you know, like, dot our I's, cross our T's, and, you know, just look at the more finer details. Don't, you know what I'm saying, kind of revisit past issues as well. And, you know, again, being a bit more meticulous, detail oriented, not to mess up anything when it comes to communication and travel and stuff like this. And so with this happening in Sagittarius, it highlights misunderstandings in our philosophical beliefs. Again, maybe some travel disruptions, because, you know, people may want to do a lot of traveling, or maybe influence to travel, or just mental communication or mental overstimulation. Sorry. Yeah. So on a positive note, you know, this retrograde could help us to reassess, because the retrograde taps us into a whole lot of RE energy of reevaluating, reassessing, reconnecting, and so tapping us into our long-term goals, higher education, higher studies, rethinking travel, educational plans, or just rethinking, you know, the experiences that, the larger, more explosive experiences that really help to shape us as individuals. On the negative aspect, you know, you might be a bit scatterbrained, might make impulsive decisions, and communication could be a bit blurred. Now, Mercury in Sagittarius is good for communication, but during the retrograde, you feel me, just a bit of, you know, fog per se, as we experience this transit. The last major keynote is the new moon in Sagittarius, which, you know, kind of encapsulates the stellium with Sun, Moon, and Mercury. And so this new moon, typically it's a time for new manifestations, for, you know, setting new intentions, maybe new goals, or just redefining certain goals that you were working on, whether it's personal, professional, relationship, health-wise, community-based, you feel me? And that's why it's kind of good to know in your chart, like, what house the new moon is happening in, so that could give you greater insight as to what new changes, or, you know, where you should be, you know, really commemorating or paying attention to the new moon lunation cycle isms. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video too long-winded. Just want to let you know that a lot of things are happening, a whole lot of fires in the air, and basically, you know, the fire is enthusiasm, it's energy, it's vitality, it's creativity, it's boldness, it's charisma, it's courage, it's assertiveness, it's even aggressive, you know. So when you get to the negative aspects, fire could burn, fire could purge, fire could purify, fire could bring heat and warmth and make people feel cozy and welcome and at home. But fire could also scorch. And so with all of this fire in the air that is going to be expressed to the sun, which is our actions, you know, we just want to be a bit grounded, level-headed in everything that we do. You know, we don't want to get too hot-headed, especially because we have the moon here, you know. really motivating us, because the moon deals with the motivation, you feel me, and the sun is the actions. And so grounding is very important. We just came out of the the Scorpio season that should have highlighted the things or the aspect of life that you really need to be deeply connected to and be transforming. And so the Sagittarius season urges you to explore what you were just deeply connecting to. And so, if you're playing with the energies and you're well aligned, you should know what you should be doing at this point in time. And that helps you to not be distracted by all the flair and glitz and glamour that we could be seeing in the Sagittarius season, because it's fire, it's imagery, it's visualization, and that could equal to a distraction. That could take you off of your spiritual path or off of the mission that you've set up for yourself. Now I know I'm going into like a little spiritual rant, but Sagittarius is very spiritual and philosophical, so a bit of that is bleeding out right now. Anyway, major farewell until we meet or greet again. I know this video was a bit colloquial, and I'm not gonna edit it. It's gonna be raw. Yeah, so major farewell until we meet or greet again. I'm astrologer Kevis Major, doing it doing it major.